right, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to Weekly Wednesdays as we continue to go through the parables of Jesus. Today, our story is the Good Samaritan. I love this story. All right, let's get started. One day, Jesus told this story to explain how God wants people to care for one another. A man was walking from Jerusalem to Jericho. He felt scared among the shadowy cliffs. There might be wild animals in the rocky caves. Robbers! Suddenly, a gang of them jumped out from their hiding place in the rocks. The robbers knocked the man down and beat him badly. They stole all he had, and then they left the poor man lying there at the side of the road. Time had passed, and the man had laid there in the hot sun. He was thirsty. His head hurt. His cuts and bumps and bruises were very sore. The man needed help. How long would he have to wait? Who would help? At last the man heard footsteps. He yelled, "Help!" The priest from the temple in Jerusalem came along. Surely this man who taught about God would stop and help me. He is a priest, right? The priest saw the man lying there, but didn't go near him. "I mustn't be late. I have things to do," he said. "Someone else will help." And the priest hurried along his way. Later, the man heard more footsteps. "Help, please, someone." It was someone who had helped the priest in the temple. Surely he would have time to stop and help. He crept closer to look at the man. The man told him he had been attacked by robbers. The robbers still might be nearby, he thought. He got scared and he ran away. Much later, the man heard footsteps and hoofs beating, clip, clop, clip, clop. And then he heard footsteps. "Help!" Oh dear, it was a foreigner, a man from Samaria. His people didn't talk to Samaritans. They didn't like one another. Why should this stranger help? But the Samaritan stopped. He wasn't worried about being late or about nasty robbers, or was he filled with fear? He gave the man a drink of water. He bandaged the man's sore head. He cleaned his cuts and bumps and bruises, and then he gently lifted him onto his donkey. Wow, that was very kind. The Samaritan led the donkey down the rocky road until they reached an inn. And an inn back then is kind of like a hotel right now in our day. It had lots of rooms. "I need someone to care for this poor man," he told the innkeeper. "He has been attacked by robbers." And the next day, the Samaritan gave the innkeeper money, and he said, "Take care of him and let him stay here. If you need more, then I will come back and I will pay." Promising he would return, the Samaritan went on his way. Jesus looked at the people, listening to his story. "So which man did what God wanted?" he asked. Was it the priest? Was it the man who helped the priest in the temple? Or was it the Samaritan? That's right, the Samaritan, you got it. The man who showed kindness was the one who helped. "Now go and do the same thing," Jesus said. "Show God's love to anyone who needs your help, even strangers." All right, so let's talk about what God wants us to learn from this story. Jesus told this story to show how God wants us to treat other people, and that's with kindness. And that's one of our fruit of the spirits, right, boys and girls? He wants us to be kind to others and to show love to anyone who needs it, even if they are different from us. Just as the man from Samaria did when he stopped to help the injured traveler. And you can find our story in Luke chapter 10 of the Good Samaritan. And our verse for today is, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Luke 10:27. Thank you for joining me today, boys and girls. You have a wonderful color sheet right here to do of the Good Samaritan. And then, as always, you have questions on the back that you can discuss with your parents or a friend or brother and sister. And then a fun little craft here if you have these things at home. Okay, enjoy, and we will see you next week for Website Wednesday.